everyone. So we'll begin with a short meditation. Sit down comfortably. You draw your attention from the outside world and bring it to yourself. Imagine a peaceful environment. Notice the sight, sound, and sensation around you. As you then repeat the phrase, I am calm to yourself. As you breathe out, repeat, I release all tension. Now visualize a warm, soothing light beginning to fill your body. This light represents peace and tranquility. As it spreads through you, it dissolves any stress, anxiety, or discomfort you may be holding on to. Allow this light to fill the entire, bringing a sense of deep relaxation and peace. As you continue to breathe deeply, imagine your worries and concern floating away like clouds in the sky. Feel yourself becoming more grounded and centered. Take a moment to notice how you're feeling now. Allow yourself to feel safe and calm. Know that you can return to this moment whenever you feel it. Okay, thank you so much. So we'll begin with today's reading session. I'll just share the screen with you. Okay. So yesterday we started with the chapter Your Subconscious Mind and Marital Problems. तो उसमें ना इन्होंने डिस्कस किया अबाउट अ लेडी शी वाज मैरिड 3 times और उसको ना हर एक मैरिज में मतलब सेम ही प्रॉब्लम आ रही थी कि शी फेल्ट हर हस्बैंड वाज वेरी सबमिसिव वो अपने डिसीजंस नहीं ले पाते तो पता उसके बारे में एक अनकॉन्शियस सबकॉन्शियस उसके अंदर एक वो डोमिनेंस वाला एक था नेचर so that is the reason she kept attracting, husbands that were submissive, not really masculine, because वो खुद बहुत, dominating थी, masculinity थी उसमें. तो उसके लिए ना she started using affirmations. उसने अपने, mind को change किया and she used affirmations that she is honest, sincere, loving and kind. And whatever it is between her husband and her, it's all mutual and they give and receive. तो ऐसे से करके उसने अपनी माइंड को सबकॉन्शियस माइंड को ये सारी एफर्मेशंस दी। ओके, तो फिर अब आगे हम पढ़ते हैं। द आंसर टू हर प्रेयर। Several months went by. She had a great number of dates and social engagements, none of which was agreeable to her. तो वो ऐसे करती रही एफर्मेशंस, तो इस बात को भी बहुत टाइम बहुत सारे महीने चले गए। बहुत सारे लोगों से वो मिली, बट फिर भी उसको अपना परफेक्ट मैच नहीं मिला। When she was about to question, waver, doubt, and vacillate, she reminded herself that the infinite intelligence was bringing it to pass in its own way, and that there was nothing to be concerned about. Her final decree in her divorce proceedings was granted, which brought her a sense of release and mental freedom. तो बहुत सारे लोगों से वो मिली, तो कहीं ना कहीं माइंड थोड़ा सा फ्लक्चुएट होने लगा, बट वो अपने आप को घड़ी घड़ी रिमाइंड करती रही कि उसके अंदर वो पावर है, सबकॉन्शियस इन्फिनिट इंटेलिजेंस में वो पावर है कि शी विल गेट व्हाट शी वांट्स, शी विल बी अट्रैक्टेड टू हर परफेक्ट मैच। तो जब उसके फाइनल डिवोर्स प्रोसीडिंग्स हो गए थे, उसके बाद उसको और मेंटली फ्री हो गई वो, और क्लियर हो गई। Shortly afterward, she went to work as a receptionist in a doctor's office. She told me that the minute she saw the physician, she knew he was the man she was praying about. Apparently, he knew it too, because he proposed to her the first week she was in the office, and their subsequent marriage was ideally happy. This physician was not the passive or submissive type, but was a real man, a former football player, an outstanding athlete, and was a deeply spiritual man, though he was completely devoid of any sectarian or denominational affiliation. So, after her divorce, she started working as a receptionist in a doctor's office. तो as soon as उसने डॉक्टर को देखा, वो समझ गई कि ये वही है, this is the man who she was dreaming about, who she was praying about. और उसकी तरफ से भी सेम फीलिंग्स थी, तभी उसने उसी हफ्ते में उसको प्रपोज किया, एंड दे गॉट मैरिड। और ये जो डॉक्टर था, ये सबमिसिव और पैसिव नहीं था। तो ऐसे ऑथर हमें समझा रहे हैं कि कैसे हम अपने सबकॉन्शियस माइंड को एफर्मेशंस देके वी कैन फीड इट विथ व्हाट वी रियली वांट आउट ऑफ आवर पार्टनर। So this is the example that author has given us. She got what she prayed for because she claimed it mentally until she reached the point of saturation. In other words, she mentally and emotionally united with her idea, and it became a part of her in the same way that an apple becomes a part of her bloodstream. तो उसने इतना ज्यादा मेंटली अपने आप को सबकॉन्शियस को फीड करके सारे एफर्मेशन, इतनी क्लैरिटी थी उसमें कि उसको वही मिला जो व्हाट शी वांटेड फॉर, व्हाट शी वांटेड इन हर लाइफ as a husband, as a partner. Should I get a divorce? Divorce is an individual problem. It cannot be generalized. In some cases, of course, there never should have been a marriage. In some cases, divorce is not the solution. No more than marriage is the solution for a lonely man. Divorce may be right for one person and wrong for another. A divorced woman may be far more sincere and noble than many of her married sisters who perhaps are living a lie. तो डिवोर्स क्या है? इट डिपेंड्स फ्रॉम सिचुएशन टू सिचुएशन। कई सिचुएशंस ऐसी होती हैं जहाँ पे मैरिज ही नहीं होनी चाहिए थी फर्स्ट प्लेस। एंड कई सिचुएशंस ऐसी होती हैं जहाँ पे पीपल गेट मैरिड बिकॉज उनको दे डोंट वांट टू बी लोनली, दे वांट अ पार्टनर, एक वो कंप्लीटनेस की फीलिंग चाहिए होती है, जिस विच इज द रीजन व्हाई दे गेट मैरिड। तो वही है कि इट इज ऑल इंडिविजुअल, तो वी हैव टू जज व्हाट इज बेस्ट फॉर अस। For example, I once talked with a woman whose husband was a dope fiend, an ex-convict, a wife beater, and a non-provider. She had been told it was wrong to get a divorce. I explained to her that marriage is of the heart. If two hearts blend harmoniously, lovingly, and sincerely, that is the ideal marriage. The pure action of the heart is love. हाँ, तो वो एक एग्जाम्पल दे रहे हैं कि एक जिससे उन्होंने बात की, उसके हस्बैंड यूज्ड टू बीट हर, ही वाज इन प्रिजन एंड व्हाट नॉट, मतलब यूज्ड टू नॉट सपोर्ट हर, और उसको लगता था कि डिवोर्स लेना इज रॉन्ग, डिवोर्स नहीं ले सकते। कैसे, जैसे कई कई लोगों की अभी भी वो थिंकिंग होती है कि नो मैटर व्हाट द सिचुएशन इज वी हैव टू एडजस्ट इवन इफ देयर इज फिजिकल अब्यूज गोइंग ऑन, but that is not true. We do have to take a stand for ourselves, and as the author has very rightly said, ki marriage is of the heart. There should be that love, that sincerity, that pure feelings with each other. Following this explanation, she knew what to do. She knew in her heart that there is no divine law which compelled her to be beaten, intimidated, and beaten because someone said, I pronounce you man and wife. So just because we've got married, and lawfully we feel that we have to stay together till death do us apart, तो ऐसे नहीं होता। अगर if we're going through so much physical trauma, emotional trauma, intimidate हो रहे हैं, तो there is no point in staying in such a marriage. So you have to take a stand for yourself. If you're in doubt as to what to do, ask for guidance, knowing that there is always an answer and you will receive it. Follow that lead, follow the lead that comes to you in the silence of your soul. It speaks to you in peace. तो जब भी ऐसी कोई सिचुएशन है, अपने आप के साथ भी पहले साइलेंस में बैठो, मेडिटेट करो, लुक व्हाट इज द बेस्ट फॉर यू एट दैट मोमेंट। आपको इंटरनली ही अपने आंसर्स मिलेंगे। Drifting into divorce. Recently, a young couple married for only a few months was seeking a divorce. I discovered that the young man had a constant fear that his wife would leave him. He expected rejection and he believed that she would be unfaithful. These thoughts haunted his mind and became an obsession with him. His mental attitude was one of separation and suspicion. यहाँ पे वो एक ऐसी कपल की बात कर रहे हैं, जहाँ पे जो वो मैन था उसको कॉन्स्टेंटली ये फियर था कि हिज वाइफ वुड लीव हिम। तो मेंटली ही उसने एक ये फियर क्रिएट किया हुआ था कि उसकी वाइफ अनफेथफुल है, शी वुड लीव हिम। सो इट वाज ऑल अ मेंटल पिक्चर इन हिज माइंड। She felt unresponsive to him. It was his own feeling or atmosphere of loss and separation operating through them. जो भी हम फील करते हैं, जो भी हम थॉट्स क्रिएट करते हैं, वो ही मैनिफेस्ट होता है। तो जिस बिकॉज उसके माइंड में ये सारी नेगेटिव थॉट्स चल रहे थे, तो बाहर भी उसको यही लग रहा था कि उसकी वाइफ उसको रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं कर रही। This brought about a condition or action in accordance with the mental pattern behind it. There is a law of action and reaction, or cause and effect. The thought is the action, and the response of the subconscious mind is the reaction. तो जो भी हमारी थॉट है, जो भी हमारे माइंड में हम थॉट्स क्रिएट कर रहे हैं, वी आर एक्चुअली मैनिफेस्टिंग देम। so the thought is actually an action that is happening in our mind, and the subconscious, manifests इन रियलिटी। तो मतलब जो इंटरनली हमारे अंदर चलता है ना, वही एक्सटर्नली भी हमारे साथ होता है। His wife left home and asked for a divorce, which is what he feared and believed she would do. तो क्योंकि उसके माइंड में यही थॉट और यही बिलीफ थी कि शील वो शील डिवोर्स मी, यही फियर था उसके अंदर। तो वही मैनिफेस्ट हुआ, तो वही आउटवर्डली भी वही हुआ। डिवोर्स बिगिंस इन द माइंड। Divorce takes place first in the mind. The legal proceedings follow after. These two young people were full of resentment, fear, suspicion, and anger. These attitudes weaken, exhaust, and debilitate the whole being. They learned that hate divides and that love unites. They began to realize what they had been doing with their mind. तो यहाँ पे ऑथर कह रहे हैं कि डिवोर्स सबसे पहले कहाँ होता है, हमारे माइंड में। इट ऑल स्टार्ट्स इन आवर माइंड, थिंकिंग, थॉट प्रोसेसेस। जो हमारे माइंड में फियर्स होते हैं, जो गिल्ट होता है, रिजेंटमेंट होती है। तो इन दो इस कपल की बात कर रहे हैं कि ये भी फुल ऑफ फियर, रिजेंटमेंट, एंगर थे। तो इससे क्या होता है, हमारा पूरा जो एक पूरे अंदर से हम वीकन होते रहते हैं, और ये जो नेगेटिव थॉट प्रोसेसेस से। सो व्हाट डिड दे रियलाइज, दैट हेट डिवाइड्स एंड लव यूनाइट्स। जब हम एक दूसरे के लिए वो लविंग थॉट्स क्रिएट करेंगे, वही फील करेंगे, सबकॉन्शियस में वही फीड करेंगे, सो दैट इज व्हाट विल स्टार्ट मैनिफेस्टिंग आउटसाइड एज वेल। Neither one of them knew the law of mental action, and they were misusing their minds and bringing on chaos and misery. These two people went back together at my suggestion and experimented with prayer therapy. ऑथर ने इन दोनों से बात की और फिर इन्होंने दे स्टार्टेड एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग हाउ टू रीवायर देयर कॉन्शियस माइंड, जिसमें इतने नेगेटिविटी भरी हुई थी। They began to radiate love, peace, and goodwill to each other. Each one practiced radiating harmony, health, peace, and love to the other, and they alternated in the reading of the Psalms every night. Their marriage is growing more beautiful every day. Wow. तो जब उन्होंने अपने अंदर ये सारे they started creating all these beautiful loving thoughts for each other. They started reading the prayers together every night. तो धीरे धीरे उनका रिलेशनशिप भी इम्प्रूव होता रहा। The nagging wife. Many times the reason the wife nags is because she gets no attention. Oftentimes it is a craving for love and appreciation. Give your wife attention and show your appreciation. Praise and exalt all her many good points. There is also the nagging type of woman who wants to make the man conform to her particular pattern. This is about the quickest way in the world to get rid of a man. ओके, तो यहाँ पे दो पॉइंट्स ऑथर समझा रहे हैं। एक तो ये होता है कि वाइफ को हमेशा अटेंशन सीकिंग एक होता है वो नेचर, कि दे ऑलवेज वांट अटेंशन फ्रॉम देयर हस्बैंड, दे वांट अप्रिशिएशन। तो वो ऑथर यही समझा रहे हैं कि अपनी वाइफ को अप्रिशिएट करो, बट ये भी है कि कांस्टेंट एक जो नैगिंग होती है ना, that is the way sometimes that the husband moves apart from the wife as well, जब वो एक constant nagging होती है। The wife and the husband must cease being scavengers, always looking at the petty faults or errors in each other. Let each give attention and praise for the constructive and wonderful qualities in the other. ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है कि एक दूसरे में टू लुक एट द पॉजिटिव क्वालिटीज इंस्टेड ऑफ सारा टाइम एक दूसरे की गलतियां देख के उसके बारे में ही बोलते रहना, क्रिटिसाइज करते रहना। that also starts ruining relationships. So it's very important कि एक दूसरे में वो पॉजिटिव क्वालिटीज देखें और उसको अप्रिशिएट करें. The brooding husband. If a man begins to brood, grows morbid against his wife because of the things she said or did, he is psychologically speaking committing adultery. One of the meanings of adultery is idolatry, which means giving attention to or uniting mentally with that which is negative and destructive. तो यहाँ पे ऑथर एक और बात समझा रहे हैं कि जब कॉन्स्टेंटली आप नेगेटिविटी देखोगे वाइफ में तो दैट इज ऑल्सो लाइक कमिटिंग अडल्ट्री. तो दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी बिकॉज आपके मेंटली माइंड में कॉन्स्टेंटली नेगेटिव और डिस्ट्रक्टिविटी चल रही है. When a man is silently resenting his wife and is full of hostility toward her, he is unfaithful. He is not faithful to his marriage vows, which are to love, cherish, and honor her all the days of his life. So, जब हम इतनी नेगेटिविटी में आ जाते हैं, फुल ऑफ रिजेंटमेंट, कॉन्स्टेंट एक रिजेंटमेंट रहती है, तो दैट इज लाइक चीटिंग बिकॉज दैट इज चीटिंग ऑन द द मैरिज vows that you've taken, that of being full of love, of understanding each other. तो जब इतनी नेगेटिविटी होती है, रिजेंटमेंट होती है, दैट इज ऑलमोस्ट लाइक अडल्ट्री ओनली. इट इज चीटिंग. The man who is brooding, bitter, and resentful can swallow his sharp remarks, abate his anger, and he can go to great lengths to be considerate, kind, and courteous. He can deftly skirt the differences. Through praise and mental effort, he can get out of the habit of antagonism. Then he will be able to get along better, not only with his wife, but with business associates also. Assume the harmonious state, and eventually you will find peace and harmony. तो इस पैटर्न को भी चेंज किया जा सकता है. अगर आप कॉन्स्टेंटली बिटर हो, you have to start creating those positive thoughts, start being more loving, being more considerate. अपने आप को वो चेंज करना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. तो जब जैसे जैसे माइंड को रीवायर करते रहोगे, the relationship will start getting better. The great mistake. A great mistake is to discuss your marital problems or difficulties with neighbors and relatives. Very important. आई थिंक ये कभी ना कभी लाइफ में होता ही है कि कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम हो तो हम डिस्कस करते हैं, या पेरेंट्स से, या फ्रेंड्स से, नेबर्स से. Suppose, for example, a wife says to the neighbor, John never gives me any money. He treats my mother abominably, drinks to excess, and is constantly abusive and insulting. Now, this wife is degrading and belittling her husband in the eyes of all the neighbors and relatives. He no longer appears as the ideal husband to them. जब हम ऐसा कुछ नेगेटिव कहते हैं अपने हस्बैंड के बारे में, पेरेंट्स को या नेबर्स को, तो हम बेसिकली उनकी नजरों में वो गिर रहा है. ही इज उनका वो एक जो मेंटल इमेज थी उसको लेके, दैट goes down. So we are belittling them by doing this. Never discuss your marital problems with anyone except a trained counselor. Why cause numerous people to think negatively of your marriage? Moreover, as you discuss and dwell upon the shortcomings of your husband, you are actually creating these states within yourself. Who is thinking and feeling it? You are. As you think and feel, so are you. अगर हम ये सब चीजें डिस्कस करते हैं, हम एक्चुअली उसको दोबारा रीलिव कर रहे हैं. if we start discussing our problems, talking about them, हम सबकॉन्शियस को वही घड़ी घड़ी फीड कर रहे हैं, वही घड़ी घड़ी रिलिव कर रहे हैं वो सिनारियो, वो सीन. तो it is not benefiting us at all, and एक नेगेटिव इमेज भी पोर्ट्रे हो रही है. तो दैट इज वाई इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि इन सब चीजों को डिस्कस ना किया जाए किसी के साथ. अगर कोई बहुत सीरियस इशू है, तो इफ you should speak to a trained counselor about it and not discuss it with anyone else. Relatives will usually give you the wrong advice. It is usually biased and prejudiced because it is not given in an impersonal way. Any advice you receive which violates the golden rule, which is the cosmic law, is not good or sound. तो रिलेटिव्स और नेबर्स, ये पेरेंट्स, कहीं ना कहीं इनका भी बायस होता है, लाइक इफ हम अपने इफ द गर्ल टॉक्स टू हर पेरेंट्स, दे विल बी बायस टुवर्ड्स हर. तो दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई ये सब बात किसी से भी करके देयर इज नो सोल्यूशन. तो it is always better to yeah, to talk to a counselor, or try to solve it within yourself, by just working on your own self. It is well to remember that no two human beings ever lived beneath the same roof without clashes of temperament, periods of hurts and strain. Never display the unhappy side of your marriage to your friends. Keep your quarrels to yourself. Refrain from criticism and condemnation of your partner. Very important. इस बात को रियलाइज करना, अंडरस्टैंड करना कि एवरीवन इज डिफरेंट. सबके अपने अपने संस्कार है. तो क्लैशेस तो होंगे, संस्कारों के क्लैशेस तो होने ही हैं. तो इसलिए कभी भी अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ कोई भी अपने मैरिज की बात डिस्कस नहीं करनी चाहिए. अपने आप में ही आपस में उसको सॉर्ट आउट करना चाहिए. Don't try to make your wife over. A husband must not try to make his wife over into a second edition of himself. The tactless attempt to change her in many ways is foreign to her nature. तो हर एक का अपना अपना नेचर होता है, और हम किसी के नेचर को नहीं चेंज कर सकते. दिस इज जस्ट द लॉ ऑफ ऑफ एवरी पर्सन एंड इंडिविजुअल, कि सबके अपने अपने संस्कार हैं. एंड वी कैन ओनली चेंज आवर सेल्व्स, वी कैन ओनली वर्क ऑन आवर सेल्व्स. हम किसी के नेचर को चेंज नहीं कर सकते. These attempts are always foolish and many times result in a dissolution of the marriage. These attempts to alter her destroy her pride and self esteem and arouse a spirit of contrariness and resentment that proves fatal to the marriage bond. जब ये चीजें होती हैं, जब हम किसी को अपने जैसे बनाने की कोशिश करते हैं, उसमें ना इट डजंट वर्क, बिकॉज हर एक का अपना जर्नी है, हर एक के अपने संस्कार हैं, हम उनको चेंज नहीं कर सकते. तो फिर जब ये व्हेन यू ट्राई टू चेंज योर पार्टनर एंड ट्राई टू मेक देम बिकम एज यू आर, फिर वो बहुत एक वो क्लैश होना शुरू हो जाता है. एंड फिर रिजेंटमेंट और एंगर शुरू हो जाती है. तो इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट टू adjust. जैसे ऑथर कह रहे हैं, adjustments are needed of course, but you have a good look inside your own mind and study your character and behavior. You will find so many shortcomings. They will keep you busy the rest of your life. Very important. तो जब हम अपने अंदर ही चेक करेंगे, हम कैसे बिहेव कर सकते हैं, हम कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड कर सकते हैं सिचुएशन पे. व्हेन वी स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन आवर ओन सेल्व्स, जैसे ऑथर ने कहा वेरी राइटली, कि वील बी बिजी फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ आवर लाइफ, बिकॉज वी विल रियलाइज कि अपने अंदर ही इतना कुछ है, दैट वी नीड टू इम्प्रूव, दैट वी नीड टू लर्न, दैट वी नीड टू वर्क ऑन. तो फिर हम किसी और को देखेंगे ही नहीं. If you say, I will make him over into what I want, you are looking for trouble and the divorce court. You are asking for misery. You will have to learn the hard way that there is no one to change but yourself. Very important. अगर हम यही सोचते रहेंगे कि ये क्यों, अगर हमें यही एक्सपेक्टेशन होगी कि ये ऐसा क्यों नहीं करते जैसे मैं चाहती हूँ, ये मेरी बात क्यों नहीं मानते या अंडरस्टैंड क्यों नहीं करते, अगर यही सारी चीजें आर ऑलवेज इन आवर माइंड, तो वी आर लुकिंग फॉर ट्रबल, जैसे ऑथर कह रहा है। ये बात समझना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है कि वी हैव टू लुक एट आवरसेल्व्स, वी हैव टू चेंज आवरसेल्व्स अकॉर्डिंग टू द सिचुएशन। ओके, pray together and stay together through steps in prayer. So the first step, never carry on from one day to another accumulated irritations arising from little disappointments. Be sure to forgive each other for any sharpness before you retire at night. The moment you awaken in the morning, claim infinite intelligence is guiding you in all your ways. Send out loving thoughts of peace, harmony, and love to your marriage partner, to all members of the family, and to the whole world. Very important. कि कभी भी कोई आर्ग्यूमेंट हो जाए या कुछ इरिटेशन हो, उसको नेक्स्ट डे में कैरी फॉरवर्ड नहीं करना है. एवरी नाइट forgive ourselves, forgive whatever happened, and बस परमात्मा से, गॉड से वो पावर्स लेने हैं, और वो ही सबको रेडिएट करने हैं. So this is the first step. The second step, say grace at breakfast. Give thanks for the wonderful food, for your abundance, and for all your blessings. Make sure that no problems, worries, or arguments shall enter into the table conversation. The same applies at dinner time. Say to your wife or husband, I appreciate all you are doing and radiate love and good will to you all day long. ये भी बहुत important है कि जब भी हम कुछ भी whatever we are eating, whether it's breakfast, dinner, उस टाइम पे हमारे माइंड में कोई नेगेटिव थॉट्स ना हो. एक ग्रेटफुल होके, यू नो thanking God for all the blessings. That is how we should be consuming our food. Not with any negativity, because फिर वो ही हमारे अंदर होगी. What at the time we eat, हमारा mind state कैसा है, हम कितने शांत हैं, कितने साइलेंट हैं, कितने ग्रेटफुल हैं, ये सब चीजें बहुत important है. The third step, the husband and wife should alternate in praying each night. Do not take your marriage partner for granted. Show your appreciation and love. Think appreciation and goodwill rather than condemnation, criticism, and nagging. The way to build a peaceful home and a happy marriage is to use the foundation of love, beauty, harmony, mutual respect, faith in God, and all things good. Read the 23rd, 27th, and 91st Psalms, the 11th chapter of Hebrews, the 13th chapter of 1 Corinthians, and other great texts of the Bible before going to sleep. As you practice these truths, your marriage will grow more and more blessed through the years. तो ये भी ऑथर ने एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट बताया है कि सोने से पहले भी whenever you pray, अपने मैरिज को वो लव एंड अप्रिशिएशन दो, अपने पार्टनर को अप्रिशिएट करो इंस्टेड ऑफ क्रिटिसाइजिंग कि क्या क्या गलत हुआ है. शो योर लव एंड अप्रिशिएशन. Okay, so we'll quickly go through these points. Review your actions. Ignorance of mental and spiritual laws is the cause of all marital unhappiness. By praying scientifically together, you stay together. The best time to prevent divorce is before marriage. If you learn how to pray in the right way, you will attract the right mate for you. तो ये भी बहुत important point है कि मैरिज से पहले ही अपने आप को आप वही सबकॉन्शियस फीड में फीड करो कि यू आर अट्रैक्टिंग वट एवर इज बेस्ट फॉर यू. उससे पहले ही एक मेंटल क्लैरिटी में जाओ. Marriage is the union of a man and woman who are bound together by love. Their hearts beat as one, and they move onward, upward, and Godward. Marriage does not bequeath happiness. People find happiness by dwelling on the eternal truths of God and the spiritual laws of life. Then the man and woman can contribute to each other's happiness and joy. Very important point कि हम मैरिज में इसलिए ना जाएं कि हमें खुशी चाहिए एक दूसरे से, एक completeness चाहिए. वो that is all that we get from God by being spiritual, by understanding who we truly are. तो marriage is not supposed to be कि मुझे मेरा पार्टनर खुश रखेगा. That is not the reason for getting married. You attract the right mate by dwelling on the qualities and characteristics you admire in a woman or a man, and then your subconscious mind will bring you together in divine order. You must build into your mentality the mental equivalent of what you want in a marriage partner. If you want to attract an honest, sincere, and loving partner in life, you must be honest, sincere, and loving yourself. So we attract what we are. तो it's important हम वही जो हम होंगे हम वही attract करेंगे. You do not have to repeat mistakes in marriage. When you really believe you can have the type man or woman you idealize, it is done unto you as you believe. To believe is to accept something as true. Accept your ideal companion now mentally. Do not wonder how, why, or where you will meet the mate you are praying for. Trust implicitly the wisdom of your subconscious now. It is the know how, and you don't have to assist it. You are mentally divorced when you indulge in peeves, grudges, ill will, and hostility towards your marriage partner. You are mentally dwelling with error in the bed of your mind. Adhere to your marriage vows. I promise to cherish, love, and honor him all the days of my life. Cease projecting fear patterns to your marriage partner. Project love, peace, harmony, and goodwill, and your marriage will grow more beautiful and more wonderful through the years. Radiate love, peace, and goodwill to each other. These vibrations are picked up by the subconscious mind, resulting in mutual trust, affection, and respect. A nagging wife is usually seeking attention and appreciation. She is craving for love and affection. Praise and exalt her many good points. Show her that you love her and appreciate her. A man who loves his wife does not do anything unloving or unkind in word, manner, or action. Love is what love does. In marital problems, always seek expert advice. You would not go to a carpenter to pull a tooth. Neither should you discuss your marriage problems with relatives or friends. You should go to a trained person for counsel. Never try to make your wife or husband over. These attempts are always foolish and tend to destroy the pride and self esteem of the other. Moreover, it arouses a spirit of resentment that proves fatal to the marriage bond. Cease trying to make the other a second edition of yourself. Pray together and you will stay together. Scientific prayer solves all problems. Mentally picture your wife as she ought to be joyous, happy, healthy, and beautiful. See your husband as he ought to be strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and kind. Maintain this mental picture, and you will experience the marriage made in heaven, which is harmony and peace. तो ये सारे पॉइंट्स वही थे जो आज हमने पढ़े, वही हमने रिवाइज किए एंड में जो पॉइंटर्स में. तो थैंक यू so much for attending this session, and tomorrow we'll start with a new chapter. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, sister, for joining. आज
थैंक सिस्टर। आज का जो टेक अवे है मैं क्या बोलूँ